Thank you so much, sister. So I'm going to start by just giving a brief introduction to our Living Maternity panel. And first, I'm just going to say that one of the greatest misconceptions that women have is that they are not maternal. When I was a young woman, as sister mentioned, and heavily involved in the feminist movement, I knew one thing for certain, and that was that I would never have children. Because I didn't feel called to physical maternity, I concluded that I wasn't maternal and not very feminine either. This couldn't have been further from the truth, but it's a lie that invades our hearts and perpetuates itself in our words and example. St. John Paul II explored 4 pillars of what he called the feminine genius. All 4 are actionable and require great strength. They are spiritual sensitivity, receptivity, generosity, and maternity. I believe that maternity is the greatest of these 4 pillars and is supported by the other 3. Our maternity is inseparable from our self-gift as women and is the culmination of all other gifts. St. John Paul II's document, The Dignity of Women, clarified that acceptance of life is our ethos as women from the beginning. This certainly pertains to the acceptance of life in the womb, but it extends far beyond that. Maternity is the acceptance of life in all areas and capacities, in all human frailty and strength, in rescuing human beings who are outcast to the fringes of society and those in danger of being deemed worthless. This maternal gift of welcoming life and bringing unity to the human family is a gift to all women, from the smallest girl to the oldest and wisest of women. We are growing in our maternal gifts when we are little girls, and we are living them out as single women, married women, and consecrated women in the church. We are bringing forth new physical and spiritual life and safeguarding and educating that life, just as the church, our mother, does. St. Edith Stein said the powerful words that a woman's soul is also fashioned to be a shelter in which other souls may unfold. If we think about the theology of the body and the way in which our body expresses realities about our soul, then we understand to a greater depth the words of Stein. For just as a child unfolds in the womb of his mother, so a person's soul unfolds in the shelter of a woman who is truly living her maternity. For the record, I'm now married and we're expecting our 5th child. Thank you. But it was a long road to arrive at this clarity of understanding, which I see now. My spiritual maternity was always there within me, but I often rejected it, choosing selfishness over the care of others. Now I have had to work hard on my vices in reversing my selfishness and rekindling the maternal flame within me, which purifies me and makes me more whole. I hope that during this conference, and especially on this panel of outstanding women, we may all recognize the example of living out maternity in all states of life and calls of vocation.